to the After Raid Hours. It's right. It's me, Darth JayTI7N.
Oh, God.
And the illustrious Darth JackJack 1620.
Yes.
Welcome to the end of 2020. Let's go!
Fuck yes. Daddy, chill.
I mean, 2021 is just the expansion pack for 2020, so it's kind of like the same thing,
I really don't want that to be true.
Oh, well.
But I'm just trying to keep my fingers crossed.
You ever see on, I think it's on Twitter, maybe
What?
they do it on Facebook or whatever, but it's like, it's a year progression bar, and it tells you how much of the year has gone by, so every 3 days it's like 1%.
Okay.
So they do it, so like, today they posted one, it's like, 2020 year progression. They put 1% because the joke is that 2021 is just going to be a flip.
I don't want it to be true.
Also, just think about it. The year is 2021, like it won. We caught a lot of L's in 2020.
We did. But that's the other perk is that we made it through at least the first year.
Okay. The first year of what? The 100-Year War?
I don't want that to be true. I figure shenanigans are going to happen, and now people should be pretty versed in handling shenanigans.
Yeah.
I still remember 2019 because I listened to the podcast from then.
Oh, yeah?
Of just like, thank God it's over. Oh my God. Like,
Okay, well, 2019 was a pretty rough
like
year.
we're like, yes, it definitely was. Like some of the stuff, and I'll quote ourselves, like we're excited for the holidays. We called 2020 the year of turning up. We were talking about how all the major holidays were on Fridays and Saturdays.
Oh, we definitely turned the fuck up.
And yeah, it just turned all of our asses upside down and just said, fuck y'all.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So,
yeah, daddy.
Yes.
Give it to me.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so you know, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
And
I embrace our new normal.
I don't even call it new normal. I just say it's just the day. Like,
It's the day.
it's the day.
Carpe diem. Seize the day.
You have to, because shit might go down tomorrow. Like, I watched
It's
that,
true.
what was it? That new comedy on Netflix about 2020. And it has a burning trash can on it as it's like its image. And I was like, how fitting.
Excellent.
And it was just a comedy. It had like Samuel L. Jackson and a bunch of other people.
Mm-hmm.
But it went through 2020 in the briefest of senses, but just kind of, like, they didn't even touch on the killer bees. They touched on like the fires, but they didn't touch on like the deaths of like the celebrities, which
Right.
I know for some people that it's not important because there's a lot more pressing matters, and there are. But like, it covered COVID, it covered BLM protests, it covered like Biden coming in and they're cracking jokes on Biden, like cracking jokes at Bernie, cracking jokes at Trump, and all the above.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just funny because like some of the celebrities hit some pretty key points that I was like, I feel this. And in terms of like Pokemon, thankfully I didn't have as many complaints as I thought. And I think it's only just because in comparison with the rest of the year, the game's been good.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Had some of our shit happen, if some of the shenanigans that happened this year happened in other years, I probably would have been a little bit more mad. But in the grand scheme of things, with the world on fire like it basically is, Pokemon Go has been a nice kind of escape.
Yeah, and I think it's, you know, it's kind of funny because I agree with you there. And, you know, they did a lot to change how the game was played to make up for, you know, COVID compromises.
Indeed.
And so, like, you know, and I thought the game might have died, but I guess it got stronger because they made more profit this year than ever.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of trainers have kind of left, like from our gen.
Our gen, there's already different generations of Pokemon
well, remember,
Go trainers.
we have the OG trainers. You have a lot of newbies coming to town.
Okay.
You have the filthy casuals, as some of the Instinct call them.
Okay.
That are just there to play just on a regular...
Then you have the orphanages, like...
Yeah, like me, who've just adopted accounts and like, I got you, child. Come hither. And it's been interesting to see all the shifts, but it's still good to see some of the community still playing.
Uh-huh.
I think a lot of them, there's been such a disconnect because, again, the community aspect has been drastically impacted by having to stay home.
Well, yeah, and I was thinking about that earlier because, like, we help run the Aurora Masters Discord or whatever. It's just like it's relatively alive because people are posting for raids and still talking, trying to find people for trades because there's still no way to contact these people in game, which would make it way easier than, hey, I hope I can find this dude on this random Discord that I joined. You know, like maybe I'll find them there. Oh, I won't. So I'll just have this lucky friend on my friends list for the next
forever.
Yeah. You know, not speaking from experience or anything, but but anyway, so like that's been an active part of everything like that. But we haven't had an opportunity to do community events. I haven't even tried to do like the remote tournaments anymore because we just got little to no interaction out of them after so many tries.
Yeah,
and it's not like I don't want to. Like I loved putting those on, and I love the community day events and how we can do things as a community. And maybe the onus is on us to find a way to do that,
a middle ground.
Yeah, remotely or sparsely or whatever. But I just thought it was kind of interesting that, you know, with everything going on, that the Discord's still kind of running.
Yeah, like, and I see that from some of the pages, and some of them, like, because I'm on the Facebook pages, and I see just like people asking questions that should be rhetorical questions, but they're still asked, and so people are interacting of like,
yeah, is
this a good Pokemon? And it's 100%, and I'm kind of like, why?
Okay, but answer the question.
Like, why are you asking this fucking question?
Can you answer me the fucking question? Is it good? The only way it's not good, I'm gonna let you in on a secret, is if it's Pikachu.
I knew it. I was just waiting. But I guess kind of going forward, listening to that old podcast, again, I was trying to take notes, and I have like a whole whiteboard here in my hands of a lot of stuff we were hoping for.
I thought, at first I was like, maybe this is ambitious. We're going for a lot to happen in a year.
It's always good to shoot high.
True. And in some ways, it is a little ambitious. We did ask for a lot, but in other ways, a lot can happen in a year.
Clearly, 2020 is proof.
Well, and then like you said, listening back to our the end of 2019 podcast, going into some of these goals that we're about to go over, like, we had very different views on how the world would be at the end of this year.
Yes.
So, which, I mean, everyone did. No one saw this coming.
No.
Unless you're like those crazy tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist peeps.
Even some of those people aren't all,
it's like,
all tin hats, but some are just paying attention.
I didn't know it would be this
So
bad.
I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Because some of you were trying to give us warnings.
It's true.
So.
Yo, speaking of which.
Hi.
Big shouts, even though he's not playing the game, big shouts to Corey.
Yes.
For the heads up before all of this went down, because I think that helped us a million.
Yeah, and again, listen to your peers, or at least heed their warnings.
Heed my warnings.
I think should be valid, and I always look at it as like, if you have someone who's normally calm and collected coming to you with a little bit of haste about something, that's something you should maybe kind of like give them some attention. But going forward, some of the predictions we had that did come true was getting more of Gen 4 and Gen 5.
Did we do that?
Yeah, that was something we had requested, and they came through. Shiny Legendaries like Darkrai, because he definitely came out.
That was interesting.
And we were like oddly specific about some of our things.
Okay.
Having Gen 6 toward the end of the year was pretty much has happened.
Okay.
The release of Megas, we were like, that's going to be a big thing in the game, and
don't know how they were going to do it, but they did it.
Oh, some of the stuff we're just like, oh yeah, you'll do quests for candies, and that actually is true.
We do
you do get some, but the bulk of it is doing raids. We wanted an increase in distance, which again, Niantic just keeps playing with our emotions.
Okay.
And they'll give it, and then they'll take it away, and I'm just like, stop fucking doing that. Shiny evolutions, so and we were specific: Jinx, Electabuzz, and Magmar. We want you guys. Yes. Yes, they are. We wanted to increase egg rates, so we even mentioned giving us 12 egg spaces, like specifically, which I was just kind of like.
And do you have it on your accounts?
Yeah, I do.
On all of them?
Not on all of them.
Well, I mean, you have like 50 accounts, so it's hard
it's hard to keep tabs, but I definitely have it on my main.
I got it on my main, so it's all that matters.
But it's funny, on Chris's, it doesn't have it. But on like a level 39 account, it had it. And I was like, the fuck? Like,
it's just legitimately at random.
What else? Being able to have better searchability. So they definitely added that. One of the specific things is searching for trainers that need gifts. That's finally here. Yeah, so about fucking time.
Oh, we're smart.
More medal correspondence. So if you are in the level 50 and up club, and like trying to level up, medals count now. So some of them is like, you need 10 platinum or 20 platinum medals, which again, if you're just like playing forever, like some of them you should have already been kind of grandfathered into. They've had a lot more easier pay-to-play events.
Okay.
Obviously, because of the COVID compromises, they've been trying to get more events that people pay for. Some, like the Galarian Mr. Mime, I gave two fucks about. I see a lot of people with that weird stance, and I just like, whatever. Like,
that event was garbage,
I'm glad
dude.
you enjoyed that event. So I saw one person got a perfect. I was like, kudos. Like, that's awesome. But I'm in zero fucking rush. The only event I was going to throw down money for is still the Kanto Tour,
Okay.
which is going to be in February 2020.
I'm actually pretty excited
Or
for that.
2021.
Almost like a Go Fest before Go Fest.
Yeah.
But only it's only Kanto, but still every Pokemon could be shiny, which is what we've been wanting.
Dope. Yeah. The other thing was some of the stuff that... Oh, and then the level cap. That was actually one of your things of, like, if it comes, how is it going to go? So we actually covered a lot of that. There's a lot that didn't take place that obviously COVID had a lot to do with, so we thought there was going to be a lot of Olympic-based events, like a fighting thing that was going to complement the Olympics, more
We
mega
can just
raids.
shift that to next year, because that's when the Olympics will be, apparently.
Yeah. Legendary raids of other Pokemon that you can just get in. We're starting to see the legendary cycle in, so we're having the Reggies at very random moments. Like, I'm not involved in much raiding anymore, simply because it's not anything really worthwhile. Like, we've had Reggie Ice, and for some people, if you haven't got the shiny, it makes perfect sense to want to hunt that.
And
Cool.
for newer trainers that haven't had a chance to get them. Because,
Yeah.
again, we've been playing since the first day.
Day one,
And,
homies.
so we've had the Reggies in raids. We've had them in boxes. We've had them in an event.
Yep.
We've had them, here and there.
And everywhere.
In a box with a fox. That kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, I felt the book coming. But yeah, we've had them available. It's just, again, I think one of the things we talked about that I wish they really would have implemented, so again, Niantic support if you're listening, not if, but when you decide to listen, of just giving, when you bring in these legendaries, of giving them a specific move, just like they did with the legendary birds when we had the raid hours back in the day.
Well, we finally got Aeroblast.
We did, about fucking time. But again, that was postponed because that happened, I still remember, that happened in like April timeframe, April or March, because that's when everything hit with COVID.
Yeah.
And so all those events, because they're just like back to back to back events, and everyone's like, oh shit, son! And then COVID's like, hey, I
by
see
the way.
you.
Oh, yeah.
You look good over there.
Oh, yeah.
Let me fuck that up.
Oh,
And
shit.
then you're
Daddy
like,
chill.
Daddy chill. And yeah, it just came, destroyed it, and yeah, and now we're to the day-to-day basis we are now with American life and global life dealing with the pandemic.
Okay.
There's still people who are finding it hard to wear a mask. Like, I'm starting to accessorize now my biche. Like, there's people selling Pokemon masks, so people are finding ways to make the new situations work.
Okay.
And so for 2021, I'm kind of just like up in the air as to what they can do.
For Pokemon Go? Or
Yeah, like hopes for 2021 that I have for Pokemon Go,
Okay.
just like my top 3
Yeah.
would be to give us a trade distance stuff. Just give it to us.
What do you
Stop.
mean trade distance stuff?
So,
I want numbers, baby.
I want it to be
Daddy chill.
Daddy chill. I think honestly they should just bump it up to 1,000 kilometers. Or 2,000, because that could... No, 3,000.
So I had this conversation with Chris on a boat in Frankfurt.
Intriguing. Very specific.
What is 1,000 kilometers?
1,000 kilometers...
Wouldn't it be a megometer?
Oh my god. Yeah.
What?
Technically, like, it's in metrics. Oh my god.
Right?
So what's 1,000 of those?
A gigometer.
Oh wow.
And then a
Learning.
terameter. I don't know how you get a trillion
No, that's just too far.
kilometers. But
I think like to New York, it's around like 3,000 kilometers from Colorado. We're pretty much the center. We're the gateway to the Rockies and everything. So that could cover a good arc of us, at least in America.
So you're
Other
saying if I'm on East Coast, I can trade with a boat
West Coast.
in the Atlantic?
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Imagine playing Pokemon Go on a boat in the middle of the ocean.
On a boat. It should just, again, be global. There's no reason for it. I'm just still going to shoot high and just be like, give us global trading.
Yeah, sure. Fuck it.
Like,
Give me global trading.
Yeah.
I'll settle for 1,000 kilometers.
1,000 would be nice, but give us global.
Give me global trading. I think it should be in the game. I don't see why it's not.
That's number 1.
Okay.
Number 2.
Less Pikachus.
Less costume Pikachus would be nice.
More other costume Pokemon. I like costume Pokemon.
Yeah, more other costume. Like, they did a great job with Gengar and all those ghosty ones. I thought were dope. To me, just bring costumes into the store.
Also, like
you're going to make mad money doing that, Niantic. And I know that's like a perk. Do it.
Do you want to be...
Don't be cowards.
Never mind. It'd be a game overhaul change.
No,
I was going to say, like, if instead of...
Live large.
Instead of your Pikachu and you have 10,000 Pikachus in your box, you can have one Pikachu and you just choose the costume it wears. But, like I said, that'd be a game overhaul thing. I don't think that would work. And that would completely change the Pikachu economy, right?
The Pikachu economy? Get the fuck out.
My shiny party hat Pikachu from year 1 is way more cool than...
No, and that's why they would have certain ones that are just going to be like in the store. Like, it wouldn't be something that you can buy an older costume and just give it a shiny
I like costume Pokemon. Sometimes I do feel like it's kind of a cheap way to get an event going, right? Like,
it is.
But at the same time, like, it's still something a little bit better than just the same, right?
Yeah, like, I'm enjoying, like, the...
Where's my Diglett with the bow tie? Be cute, right?
It'd be dope.
Anyway, sorry.
But again, there's ways that they can make the costumes to just make them more fun. And again, do more than just Pikachu.
Yeah.
Give it to Eevee.
And Charizard.
Give it to all. There's over 151 Pokemon that you can give other costumes to.
Huh?
There should be. Huh? I think there really should.
My Shuckle costumes?
I want to see Sandshrew in the little Dominatrix outfit that it had in the show. That was to train it up so it could get strong do like the dive bombs into the pool
into
and not
the water
be affected.
and not get hurt.
Yeah, because he's a boss.
Didn't the dude like win the Pokemon League?
Yeah, like his Sandshrew knew. Like, if you ever played Yellow version, that you encounter him in the Yellow version. He's in the grassy patches next to Lieutenant Surge by the Diglett Cave, and his Sandshrew legitimately does know Fisher. Like, I've watched it happen, and thankfully Fisher missed, and then I beat his ass. But it's still like I was shooketh.
Literally.
So yes. Okay.
So
2 is costume variants for everyone.
Is that actually one of them? I was joking.
No, like, I think it'd be cool. And then I think the one that we've talked about before is breeding.
Oh yeah.
Just bring that into the circle because again, as I've been working, because right now my goal is to get to level 46 before the end of the year.
That's like tomorrow.
It's close as
I
fuck.
know, it's in a couple days.
I just have 20 more field researches, and I've been really lazy about it. Like, I'll just do what's near my house. I'm not...
Have you tried to go to AMC recently?
With all the construction kind of going around there, not too much.
Okay. I just wasn't sure. I haven't even...
Yeah,
your house is literally the furthest away from home I've been.
Oh, yeah. Like, I've driven by AMC. It's still nice.
Okay.
I know they're redoing some landscaping there, but I haven't just sat down and, like, went to the parks. So I need to do that just because I want to finish that mission. But levels 49 and 50 are still kind of like a mystery.
Okay, yeah.
So I really hope that they listen to that thing, because breeding would be one of them.
Bro.
Or the shiny stone, like we talked about.
Yeah.
I think would be dope. Because we could see once they brought in the level cap, they added a fuck ton new metals. So I'm sure when everyone saw who was at level 40 or plus, and they're seeing like all these weird ghost metals coming up, and it was like disrupting everything. We're like, what's happening?
That was weird.
It was really odd, because just like, congratulations.
I'm like, I don't have platinum on every type.
Which is odd.
I feel like I should.
Like, I have too many. Like, so there's some people who's like, how am I ever supposed to get number of Pokestops visited? And I'm looking at mine, and I'm like,
how did I visit so many
I'm
Pokestops?
like 90-something thousand Pokestops.
The best part, well, we did go to Go Fest, which had like a billion.
Yeah, like Chicago was insane.
Spot. And it's a big city. You know, I've played through New York and other big cities.
Yeah,
so.
I played in New York. I think I had it when I was in Vegas. And then I also had it when we went to Texas.
We went to Texas?
Yeah. And then I think I also had it when I went to New Mexico.
Okay.
And then I was driving through all the states there.
Yeah.
So I was able to hit whatever I could on our trip.
True. And like you'd be kind of surprised about how many stops you hit in just like spans like that.
Oh yeah, and now I'm trying
even,
to
like,
use my
small
little
towns.
Pokemon Go Plus, the little Pokeball.
Yeah.
I'm trying to use that more just to get stops.
Okay.
So like when we went to like even to the hot
MVP?
springs,
Okay.
that was catching shit left and right, and I was like, dope,
Aw,
son.
yeah.
Like,
That's cool.
so
So
those are my top 3 things that I'm hoping for in 2020.
definitely breeding. And like Niantic, I know you're listening, so I'm gonna put this out there.
Do
You
it.
want me to buy fucking incubators?
Yeah.
Give me breeding. I guarantee. I buy 300 incubators right now for breeding.
Yeah.
I'm not even lying. Yes, some Pokemon will never get bred by me, but that's fine because someone else will do it.
You don't need Feebasses anymore.
I don't put eggs in incubators. I really don't. I have 12 spots now. I'm happy about it, but at the same time, like I don't use them. Like I don't buy incubators. I get the free ones from whatever quests / whatever
Missions.
happens. I get them for free, and that's what I use. I don't buy them because I'm just like, there's no point in hatching the eggs, even when there's Pokemon in there that I want.
No.
Like the grind for Shiny Alolan Vulpix when it first came out.
That was rough.
It was a lot, and like I was just like, this isn't even worth it because I don't know how many times I got Meowth, right?
Well, and even right now for like the 12Ks,
yeah,
like that's what my 3 spaces generally go to is those, which is what I'm grateful for it. I'm glad that those 3 tier or 3 spots are reserved
but how
for.
many crocodiles and
What do you mean, Sandiles?
Sandile? Sorry,
I've only hatched 2,
and
which is like
Bisharps.
fucking rare.
Or
Bisharps.
Poniard, sorry.
Yeah, Poniards I've hatched 4, but the things I get the most out of, Trubbish, Larvitar, and Absol.
Excellent.
And it makes 0 fucking sense.
Why Absol's even?
Why
or
Absol's
Larvitar.
there? It's like, we did so much for them to be out of raids and you throw them in fucking eggs.
Yeah.
Just throw them in the wild.
Well, and difficult
Fuck it.
eggs. Like, if you're going to put them in eggs, put them in a 5K.
Yeah.
Or
something. Like, they've
like,
actually...
I know there's supposed to be rare Pokemon, and I get that. But, I mean, they're already rare if they're in an egg anyway, because I get... 9 times out of 10, I get fucking Pokemon I don't want out of the egg.
And as much as I love Larvitar, like,
Yeah.
I don't want to see him in eggs anymore.
Yeah, no, I
And
agree.
Trubbish, I'm just like...
It literally feels like gambling.
Literally trash.
Like, it is literally trash.
Yeah.
But I have a kinship with Trubbish, you know.
No.
We go
and
way back.
I'm sure Trubbish is going to be baller in the future.
Garbodor is pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Literally
But right
trash.
now, that's not what I'm going for. I'm trying to get Poniards. I'm trying to get Volibes. I'm trying to get the Gen 6 boys or late Gen 5 boys, whatever they are.
I guess so going into my goals would be, this is breeding, but it's going to go in, or rather breeding's the number 1.
Okay.
But it's going to lead into all these things. So I agree with the breeding and I agree with the trade distance because, like, it's at a point where, like, I feel like you can remove certain caps from the game and it'll be fine. The trade distance and the whole breeding notion, and I'm saying that because, like, I feel like they don't want to let that happen because it's about, like, controlling, again, I would call it the Pokemon Go economy, right? They don't want everyone to have the overpower. They don't want people making money off of their game except for them, right? So they don't want me to be like, I live in Japan and I'll sell you some Farfetch'd. You just Venmo me $50 and I'll send you.
But people are already doing that if they
Farfetch'd.
are.
Yeah, I know. That's my point. Is like it's already happening.
People are going to find a way to make a buck.
And like, you know, there's spoofers, there's people that cheat in various different ways.
Yeah.
And they'll find a way to get the things that they really want. I just think it should just say fuck it and make it accessible to everybody. So trade everywhere, trade distance, and unlock the egg economy. Like, again, give me breeding because I would love to sit there and breed 600 Vulpix. And if I only get 1 shiny out of it, I think it's worth it because I love Vulpix.
Especially right now, and it would support it, is because I'm trying to work toward level 50. One of the missions I noticed, I forgot which level, somewhere, it's either 47 or 48, something like that, is you have to max out 6 Pokemon.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, oh, XL candies, oh, I get them here. Like, if you really looked at it, it takes 296 extra large candies in whatever Stardust, once you get it to max.
Yeah.
Like, where level 40 was max, where you get to use your
Yeah.
regular candies. 296 of them.
Well,
That's a fuck ton.
It's funny because like that is a fuck ton, and that's a lot of Stardust.
Yeah,
that's a lot of candy because those XL candy aren't as easy as
No.
anyone thinks they are. And
Even
if you
when
want to
you-
convert, it's 100 to 1, right?
Even if 100 to 1 regular candies to XL candies.
Jesus.
And then even if you say you transfer 100 Pokemon at the same time from a community day,
Okay.
out of 100 it might range in anywhere from 20 candies to 41 candies. So
Still not 296.
it's still not that.
Okay.
And again, that's just for 100. So say you had 400 again,
Yeah.
bag space and all that, you might come close. You might be 200.
I think.
But then you still have 96 to fucking go.
Yeah, and I think.
And that's why I'm like, shit.
So I think, and I'll kind of put this under the umbrella. I think remove inhibitors from the game,
Okay.
not incubators, but inhibitors. So basically, like I said, trade distance, unlock it, give me breeding, because like I always thought like. You remember how in the show there's like Pokemon contests, like beauty contest people, there's and then there's like the trainers and then there's the breeders.
Yeah.
Like why not let people play out that sort of character type fantasy when they're playing Pokemon Go? If I want to be a breeder and that's how I want to grind the game, then let me breed my eggs. So I hatch the eggs that I actually want. I will buy the shit out of incubators to do so. And I'll be out there, I'll be grinding the fuck out of it. I'll be walking the parks again. I'll be doing whatever I need to do to hatch those eggs because that's the playstyle I want to try or I want to do. And so I said, like, I know Niantic wants to make money, you know?
Yeah.
And
and then to save them if they're worried about people maxing out Pokemon or somehow just getting a better IV, is for those that are breeded, like, it's a special egg, so there might be just to make it interesting, like just how they have it now. So certain egg types will come up. So like Bulbasaur would be a 5k egg, whereas are more rare, say like a Dino or something.
Okay,
that's a 12.
Right. So you can whatever you breed determines how long the distance of the egg. So I think that would be cool. I think also
just to mix it up.
Yeah, I think I'll take it a step further. You know what else I want from them? Hatching those eggs.
What?
If you when we get breeding, because let's face it, we'll get it eventually. When you get breeding, the ability to get a lucky Pokemon out of hatching. Can you
That'd
imagine?
be kind of cool.
Could you imagine? That'd be nuts.
That'd be really cool.
I mean, I'd obviously keep the trading aspect because that's fun and like, but like, imagine you don't want to trade 700 community day Pokemon at once.
That's
To try to get a lucky.
That's a lot of trading. And the other thing, just to feed onto your takeout inhibitors, extend the trading level cap from 100 to more. I don't know how many times I've
how
hit
many
100.
times you've hit the trading cap.
Well, it's just like I view it because I'm an active trader, but I look at it like even like people who gym. So Teresa and Dan's. When they max out the gyms, like, you can't put any more Pokemon gyms. Why are you hindering them from doing that?
Yeah, take that.
Just
shit
let
out.
them sweep a whole city.
Yeah,
I love to see them do
They spent a lot
it.
of effort to go out to 50
Yeah.
gyms. Is it 50?
I've never done that.
Teresa asked that question.
She did, and no one's answered it. Like, Dan and them know because they've done it all the fucking time.
I think it's
I've never hit it because I'm like, do I really want to wake up at like 2 in the morning and take all these gyms? Like, do I want to spend the gas money? As I'm usually like, no, I'm good. Like,
I don't know why 50 pops out in my head, but either way, imagine that though. They hit the cap.
yeah,
It's like if they spent the effort to drive 200 miles to go put a Pokemon in every gym that they possibly can, let them.
let them.
Fuck it.
There's no reason to stop it.
So, like I said, just like unlock the game. That's like my number one goal. I don't know if it's an attainable 2021 goal, but fuck it, I'm throwing it out there because I feel like at least one of these features can make it into the game. I know you guys are working on overhauling the game anyway in various different ways. And like...
All right, so removing these outliers.
Okay.
Or removing inhibitors.
Yeah.
is a
I would
good
say
one.
removing inhibitors is number one. Number two, and we kind of touched on it earlier this year, and like this is, it's something we went back and forth on, but it's like the flair of the game. Like we've seen like weather effects, we've seen like confetti, we've seen like, we'll see fireworks on New Year's, I imagine, you know, things like that. I want to see even more of it, like turn that shit up to 11. And the reason I'm having, you know, we go back and forth, or I go back and forth in my head between me and other me, No, but the reason I go back and forth is because like I know not everyone has a top tier cell phone.
Yeah.
I know some people are still playing on a Galaxy S7 or S8
Or my poor iPhone
or
6.
an iPhone 6, which will be obsolete soon, unfortunately. And like I it's one of those things where I don't want everyone to, oh, you have to buy the latest and greatest phone to enjoy the game. And I think that's part of, like, we had the conversation too, is like where it's a tough situation for Niantic to be in, because when you're developing these apps, you're not just developing it for the top tier devices. You're also developing it for, Chris had the same Android phone for like 5 years, you know, or whatever. And like, and he wouldn't replace it unless he absolutely had to. And even then, he just bought the same phone.
Yeah, you're like, why?
He's such a good phone. The battery life's great. And I'm like, bro, come on. So, point is like, everyone's gonna have different means and different backgrounds for how they play the game.
Yeah.
So I want to remove inhibitors, but keep it accessible.
Okay.
So for high-end devices, and maybe it's like similar to in console and PC gaming, it's called there's a newer technology for rendering, for lighting effects and things. It's called ray tracing, and it's not necessarily new. It's been in the industry for a long time, but it hasn't been like consumer friendly until fairly recently with different graphics cards and stuff. So the newest consoles have what you call ray tracing. The newest video cards for your PCs,
Is
laptops,
there like a way to turn that off?
called ray tracing. You can turn it off, right? So if you don't have a compatible graphics card for that, you can't turn it on, so it's just off automatically. But you can go into the settings, even if you do have that graphics card, and you're like, this is just taxing my system too much, or I want a faster frame rate performance or something like that. Just turn it off. There's a switch to just turn it off. So I want to see more options in my what I can turn on and off.
Just bring back the 8-bit version.
Dude, I would play the
8-bit version.
play the shit out of the 8-bit
available.
version. Like, I want to see more customizability and more accessibility in the game. That's my, I guess, 2. You can kind of lump that in its own umbrella too. And I know I'm not being specific here, but it's just like,
it's just things you're hoping for.
Yeah, accessibility and customizability. I want more trainer options other than just clothes.
Yeah.
Give me a magic mirror where I can change how my trainer looks. I want to be a tall fat boy.
Hey,
Like legit.
live your best life.
And I want a different hairstyle.
Yeah.
And I know like that can be problematic, and like it can be unnecessary coding for them to have to deal with, because at the end of the day it is what it is. Well, in the GBA games, blah blah.
And again,
blah,
that
blah.
could maybe just be something premium that if you want to sell that additional customization, they're just like, spend an extra 200 coins.
I mean, I bought the Rainbow Rocket set as soon as it dropped, and I didn't take that off for
I'm still wearing that to this day.
And like,
and the Mimikyu hat.
I changed because I like the Crown Tundra outfit, and they were like, in wintertime I'll change my trainer's clothes. Anyway, so I did that because I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. But then I'll change it back to Rainbow Rocket because that clothing line is dope, first of all. Secondly, like,
I don't see anyone else rocking it anymore. Like vintage.
Yeah, it's vintage. But I want to see those types of things. I want to see accessibility, and I want to be able to turn off certain features or turn on certain features.
Yeah.
And just like open it up, and then I want to see more customizability. So that's again kind of with the features, but also like with your trainer and with certain things.
Okay.
So that's number 2. Number 3.
Yeah.
You kind of hit on it. I think Shiny Charm.
I did say China. Yeah.
Roughly. Was that one of your goals?
No, it wasn't one of my goals.
Okay. Well, that kind of goes with my.
Mine was like breeding as the main one of just like bringing that out.
So, the third one, legitimate Shiny Charm. And I don't care if if I have to wait until 50. And I'm not saying I'm going to hit 50 anytime soon, because I'm still 40. Like, and that's on me. Because I can change the way I play to it. And that's my point, is like, I'm not in any rush to get 50 because, well, first of all, I don't know what's at 48, 49, and 50.
The complete mysteries.
But so far, your prizes to that point have been
garbage.
Yeah, exactly.
Like utter,
including the fucking experience.
The experience is just like a slap in the face.
Can you imagine? Like, congratulations for trying so fucking hard to get to this point. Here's 500 experience, and they just flick you right on the fucking nutsack. You know what I'm talking about? Just
like, even if they gave $1 million per one.
Well, that's
It still
negligible
wouldn't
considering how much you need.
get you to the next level.
Yeah.
So why not just give that? Like,
Yeah, fuck it. Just actually fucking reward your players, Niantic. That's
Yeah.
all I'm asking.
like
So-
I'm glad they've adjusted the experience and such for like other things like excellent throws. So if you catch 300 Pokemon with an excellent throw, that gets you a mil.
Yeah.
But again, that's 300 excellent throws you have to make, and people are struggling just getting 10.
Right, and but
I'm
in
like-
that case, like that makes me try harder to get excellent throws.
Yes.
Can I get excellent throws? Absolutely. Do I go for them all the time? Absolutely not. Most of the day, I'm just like, here's a berry, catch the fucking Pokemon. I'm done. I'm out. I don't care.
Peace.
It's just like,
Valid.
because again, I don't get rewarded for my play. I really don't. Outside of, oh, I hit up this raid. Oh, it's a shiny. Sweet. Oh, this random couch shiny. That's cool. Like, that's rewarding, yes. But I'm talking about for these quests, for the research, for milestone achievements. Getting level, like I said earlier, 40 to 50, each one of those levels should be a milestone achievement. And yes, people are burning through them. People are 46 or whatever now.
Wait.
And that, but again, some of that's already shit that you already had and other people have already had.
Yeah. Well, a good amount is, but like
and-
some like fighting 100 rockets. I was just thankful when I was at that level that the rocket thing was going,
Yeah.
or else I would have still been working on that.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
they're
mean, like,
just,
when I get to
sparse.
that point, it's probably going to be the same as like, hey, do you know any ghost nests? Where's the dittos at? So I'm I'm at an end with that point. But like, when you look at it, it's just like, give me rewards for getting to these points. Like I said, milestone achievements. And maybe again, that's the selfish player in me, and I've been playing so long. I'm spoiled, but I'm also seasoned, so it is what it is. But my point is like, there should be a shiny charm. I feel like there should be a shiny charm in the game because that's one of your biggest fucking.
What level would you hope that's at? Like you said, 50.
Well, I'm down to 50. I don't
Okay.
care. If it's earlier than that, cool. But obviously,
Yeah.
it's not. So
Well, and I think that's a good segue into just kind of things that with the current game that we'd want changed. So my number one thing with the current game that I'd want changed, that's just like one of my biggest annoyances, is the AR scanning of stops. Stop it. Fucking stop
like I
it.
said, like
It's annoying.
I love AR in Pokemon Go, and obviously Niantic does AR games better than anybody.
Yes.
But whoever in that boardroom was like, hey, it's a good idea. AR scanning stops, brah.
Yeah, like my tip that again other people have shared.
I trash each and every one of those I come
I hold on to one because
Okay.
as long as you have one, you can't get more than that.
Oh.
So I just keep one that's nearby, and then I just get all my other stops, and that's all I do.
Nah, dude.
Like I don't even trash it anymore because they just keep appearing if you finish them. So it's very similar to stickers. The stickers are cute. They are. I'm not ever going to spend money on them.
Oh.
And maybe if a medal requires me to send stickers, I might do it then. But right now, it's not a concern.
I'm just wait for that task. Send
Just-
out 10 gifts with stickers. I
I'll have plenty of stickers.
I know you have the stickers now. I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah, and I'm sure
eventually
that's
shit
what they'll
like that
try
will
to
come
do.
out
And I'm
with,
like,
yeah.
you son of a bitch. Or scan 10 stops. I'm like, I hate
You
all
can suck my
of
ass.
you. But until then, I'm done with those. Like that's like my biggest one.
They're trash. Like
By far.
And you've tried them, right? I don't like it at all.
I must have I'm sure the neighbors who are right by the creek over here
Yeah.
watched me walk around that fucking stop 3 times recording it and trying to send it, and then it has an error where it doesn't send it. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then I go into settings to see if it's there, and it's not. So then I have to redo it again, and it's not catching it just because I have bad reception over there. And I'm like, all right, fuck this fucking stuff. These 3 rare candies are not fucking worth it. I'm done.
I was gonna say, what are the rewards for said?
So some are good. Some are 3 rare candies. Some are a Poffin. The one I have right now is for 30 Pokeballs.
Okay.
Cool.
Pretty decent.
Like they've increased the value of them.
Yeah.
But then there's some rumors out. Again, they're rumors. I don't know if it's bro science or. But some people have alluded to this is Niantic's test to see if the stops are legitimate, and if they review the video coverage that you have that you submit, and they see the stop isn't what it is, and they'll take them out.
Okay.
So that's also kind of something in the back of my mind of like, is this bro science or is that real? Because some
stops have disappeared.
Yeah, and that's what kind of has me. So some people like don't fucking scan stops. So now, just as a protest, because I don't like that mission, because again, I'm very much of like, I don't want to hang around the same area. I'm trying to cover ground. So like when I go for a walk, I just want to be able to walk, spin the stop, get a mission, and just keep it pushing. Because I don't mind missions that are like, catch this, evolve that, send 5 gifts to friends.
It's not called Pokemon Go anymore. It's called Pokemon Scan the fucking stop.
I want that to stop. That's one of my biggest pet peeves right now with this game is that.
It's actually it's super. Like I said, I love AR. And I can't wait for AR battling. That's another one of the things I want in the game. Literally, how cool would be PvP battle is AR.
Dope. Like, I want to be able for my Charizard to Spirit Bomb any Pokemon that's around, or Seismic Toss a Pikachu, or Lucario to like batter up a Pikachu like I've seen in GIFs many times. That'd be solid. I'd love that. Right now, they still have some more to get there, and will be patient for that. I have no problem in that patience. If that's something that they say they're working toward, then focus all your AR energies into that, because you're making money. I know you want to add little AR elements, that's dope, but make this the granddaddy of them all, where future games will want to model their shit after that.
True.
That's all I want to see. They don't need to do scanning stops, because why? What is that really proving?
It's proving the stop is real. Okay.
Torque. Like,
because all you people keep adding stops to nonsense
we
places.
need more stops. Like that, they just need to just literally get be salt bait and just sprinkle stops everywhere. There's no reason not to just
Niantic.
Even if the stop doesn't even have a geographical purpose, and it's just around, as long as it's not in residential spots, all your restrictions that you have, those are fine. But just give more stops. Help us out, especially people in like rural areas. They need it. Just give it across the board. Cities are already done. Like, that's why I get jealous of looking at other cities, like Paris, even New York is just like littered with stops. So like,
you just wait
you
till
throw a fucking rock and you hit 50, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just wait till we go to Japan.
Yeah, it's gonna be insane. Like, decks on decks on decks of just stops and gyms.
Yeah.
But I want the same in Aurora. I want the same in Denver. I want it to just be plentiful. Make it worth our while as players.
Except for Douglas County.
Douglas County is just a wasteland. I don't know why people live there. But yeah, so...
Again, that's another one of those... Remove your inhibitors.
Yes. Just free your mind.
Yeah, get a little wine. Get a little wine drunk. You know, get rid of your inhibitors. No, because with that, with more Pokestops, more Pokemon spawns. Come on. Jeez, it's not that hard. Just litter my fucking world, okay?
Yeah. But that's my biggest thing I want them to adjust, especially for 2021.
So that's one. The other one that I really want, and I've harped on this a billion times, is I want a gym rework and a raid rework.
Yeah.
I want more or less battling rework, not necessarily just PvP or PvP, but like I still want my that ideal gym system where like I can defend my fucking gym. A PvP battle some jackass that's trying to come steal my gym. And like, yeah, maybe that's time consuming, but again, like you said, take my battle data and make a bot based off of me. Make me a Team Rocket leader or something like that.
Yeah.
With my Pokemon.
And again, that could be something that the people, like players themselves, of like, do you want to have this data thing? Because I'm sure that's only going to be a small percentage of people.
Yeah.
But that small percentage of people is going to make a world of difference too.
And that goes into my kind of the settings and accessibility thing. Like, hey, I don't want that feature. Just put me on autopilot. I don't care.
Yeah.
Or, hey, give me an opportunity. If I can't defend my gym, I just press no, can't defend gym on the screen, and it puts me on autopilot. Or something like that. Yeah, and like you said, accessibility, like it doesn't have to read my data. It doesn't actually have to just like make the most optimal choices for me. Just like run me like a rocket leader. Burn my 2 shields as soon as possible. and and beat my ass or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I think that would be a lot of fun.
Or be like Sierra with 2 Laprases and just be like, destroy people's dreams.
Yeah.
Like,
True.
do that. Like, I wouldn't mind.
As opposed to just like, hey, I put this fat fuck on this gym real quick.
Yay.
Oh, you can just beat it up with Machamp. Cool.
I want them to bring back that you could claim coins at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I miss that.
Coin overall is still in dire need. They tried the coins in Australia for a little bit.
I don't think it worked well.
It did not, because we haven't heard anything and they haven't implemented it elsewhere yet.
Yeah.
So that back to the drawing board on that one, but that's another change where like I would like to see
more opportunities.
Yeah, just lay it out there. And like I said,
I just want Pokemon to be able to carry coins.
That'd be cool.
If
Pokemon to carry
had a
items in
chance-
general though.
Yeah. Like if I knocked out a Meowth and it dropped 30 coins.
Why don't I get coins from
That'd be
beating
dumb.
Rocket members? I'd be more inclined to fight
Yes!
Rocket people.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine? Come on.
They should.
They gave me Poke Dollars or whatever in the fucking game.
Yeah, any trainer
And
you beat gave you
and
half their inventory
and it
before
doesn't-
you sent them to the
The Shadow Realm?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like, you don't have to give me 50 coins for beating a Rocket. Like,
5.
A Rocket dude. Yeah, give me 5 coins.
Because even with that, if you,
And you can
they
still-
do it every 3 hours,
Yeah.
or now no, I think it's every 6 now.
Yeah.
So if that got 5, it's still not enough to like beat 50 a day, but it's still better than 0.
Yeah.
If you're not able to do gyms.
And like I said, it's one of those where if they're worried about the game economy, then you can still keep a cap on it. However, remove your inhibitors. I don't give a fuck. Let me get 200 coins in a day. If I did that, if I did enough to get 200 coins in a day,
yeah,
I did a good amount for that day. And
again, like
I
you
should
said,
be rewarded.
Even if they remove the inhibitors and they're worried about the Poke economy, all they have to do is bring out more product.
Yeah.
Which they
will
have
be-
plenty of.
If your game's more accessible, your game is like
More
you're able to do
customization,
shit
more-
like that. You get that's easy money.
You're
I
gonna
can't
make
imagine
Gobs.
where it's not easy
Like,
cash.
And I could see where they're worried about the programming, thinking back to like the Pikachus, where their ears and shit were just like all over the fucking place. I thought that shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
The glitches that happen. And again, that's the only way you're going to know that that's a problem is actually doing it.
Okay.
And trialing it on a global system. Or again, trial it in America, see how we like it. If it's dope for us, dope. Because again, America and just figuring shit out is we're a little bit behind in the global sense.
Well, they usually so you see it a lot, but Australia is a good test bed for American markets.
Yes.
So that's why you see a lot of people testing in Australia first, because it's not just Pokemon Go. Blizzard Activision just did it with their Diablo Immortal phone game, and it's in Australia right now, and they're alpha testing it or whatever. And I've heard pretty great things from it, but they haven't released how they monetize that game. So
Yeah.
who knows? But point is that's usually the test market before it hits America.
Yeah. And again, like they're gonna see a lot more increase in their market once it has a crossover at Pokemon Home. That's still something else that should be coming. What we're gonna hear more about probably in
Pretty soon, yeah.
2021. And I still remember players back in the day, 2 years ago, that were like, "This isn't compatible with my game, so I don't give a fuck." Or, "Oh, Sword and Shield, I don't want to buy it because it doesn't have all the Pokemon in the decks." And then they came out with the expansions.
Yeah.
And I figured they fucking would, because every other game has downloadable content. Pokemon is just slow to the pickup, but it's gonna get there.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm like, it's just a matter of time before there's more interactions with the other games, and that's kind of another reason why I want to stick with the game, not just for the investment of time that I put into
The
it.
sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah, like I put in the energy, but again, it's not a game that I like have a strong disdain for. Like, it's never been the app that I've intentionally deleted because it was like hurting my life. Never done that. There's been a few apps where I've like removed myself from the system, like or like you've had to purge yourself of certain influences. So Facebook is a keen one. Hopefully people in 2020 took the time to purge themselves of silliness. It was the perfect time to do so. Because there's a lot of negativity, and I still see it in the Pokemon feed.
Yeah.
That comes up of like, "No, you have to just do this," or "I hate this event." I'm like, can you just not be fucking happy? And they're like, "No." I'm like, cool. Like, good job, Karen. Like, and to me, it's just like, I've been taking the time to this year, especially to make sure I'm doing things that I enjoy. So like doing the level 50 stuff and that course, that's been a solo journey. I haven't been boasting about that to anyone. I'm just like I'm just cranking away. And if someone has a question, I'll try to answer. Or if they're like, hey, where are you at this? I'll talk, but I don't go onto like message boards like, look where I am, look what I can do. I don't see a point in that, even though I have a Facebook page that's specifically there for boasting.
Right.
I don't do that with that part because that's something like getting to level 40 was a grind and I enjoyed it because it was challenging, and now getting level 50 is even harder. And so I'm taking the time of like, I gotta get this, I gotta get my lucky boys, I gotta do this. But again, it's something fun that I can do at my own rate. I'm trying to remember FOMO and not letting that dictate my actions.
True, and that's not to say, hey, don't celebrate your accomplishments however you feel. Like I said, every level 250 I think is a milestone. So 41, that's a milestone. 42, and you want to boast and brag, go ahead. That's just not the way you're doing it. That's not the way I'm doing it. But anyone else, fuck it, go for it. Like, again, the show and tell or Festival Plaza, those places exist exactly for that.
Yeah.
Kind of changing gears for a second.
Okay.
Because, so it'll be 2021. They're moving the Olympics so far to 2021. We'll see if that still happens or however that plays out.
Right.
So we'll have the rest of Gen 6 coming out. That'll be fun. It also means it'll be the first Halloween where Mimikyu might actually come out because it'll be Gen 7 towards the end of the year. I would almost bet my whole fucking bank account on the fact that Halloween this year will have some sort of Mimikyu greatness.
And then they're going to get all my monies.
Don't hold me to that because I don't want to pay anybody. But
they're going to get monies if they have Mimikyu.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're easy money.
I will be hunting him nonstop.
Imagine
I'll be catching
shiny Mimikyu.
Isn't he black and...
I don't know.
He's
what
like gray and
Mimikyu
black.
Is. I honestly don't know. I'm just saying, like, off the rip, they're just like, you've waited years for this. Here's shiny Mimikyu.
He's mine.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be hunting him on every account.
Daddy, chill.
Every day.
So I think
looking for him.
I'm excited for that. Like, I'm already excited for next Halloween. Because
it's gonna be awesome.
We will have just gotten back from Japan.
That is the goal.
At some time, maybe, hopefully.
That's the goal.
So anyway, that's one thing to look for. Like I said, Olympics, whatever they do with GoFest. If they do another remote, if they actually change things up.
I like the remote.
Might be interesting. Well, I mean, like, if they keep it remote, but they do it a little bit differently, they could change some things.
Well, and you saw that for January, like, they're doing the Machop Community Day.
Yeah.
But then they're having Snivy be shiny for an event, for the Unova event.
Right.
Even though he's a starter and hasn't had his own Community Day yet.
Snivy.
Which is odd.
Cute. Yeah, they're changing it up. They're trying to change up their formula because everyone's like, oh, it's the same thing. It's starter, rare, starter, rare, starter, rare. Daddy, chill. And so, like,
yes.
They're changing the formula, which I invite them to do. I like this. I like changes in the game. I know not everyone likes change. I'm all for it, especially if it makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
So if you want to have different events for different opportunities for certain Chinese, though I will be sad to miss out on what would likely have been Frenzy Plant on Superior.
Well, I'm pretty sure they will. It'll just be a different.
I'm joking. I think the Community Day moves are pretty lackluster in a lot of senses.
Because they're all the same.
Well, for the starters, they're definitely all the same. Like the Mag Mortar, you learned what, Thunderbolt? Or Thunder?
Yeah, Thunderbolt, and then Electivire was Flamethrower.
Yeah, like that's interesting because they're the opposites. But I mean, it's still not like, ooh, that's great. Like, again, I agree with you. I think more Pokemon should be able to use their signature moves. They did it with Rhyperior, right? He got Rock Crusher.
And then we have Lugia with Aeroblast.
No, Lugia with Aeroblast, but like,
where's Ho-Oh with Sacred Flame?
Where is Ho-Oh with Sacred Flame? Where's, like, why doesn't Lucario have Harvesphere? Or does he?
I'm pretty sure he does.
He does?
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe I just missed the ball on that one. Oh, he does have.
Yeah, he does.
I'm thinking of something different. Anyway, but like, there's certain Pokemon have signature moves, right? And so I think they should kind of just dive into that more.
They have all the resources.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
no
still
need
waiting
not
for
to.
the Mega Amphorus to come out.
And
Fabulous.
Fabulous, just like
Because we already got the year
Dragon
one
Pulse
Mareep
one.
Community Day.
People are going to be
Dragon
like, wait,
Pulse.
you have a Ampharos with a dragon move? I'm like, I've held on to this boy for many years.
Yes.
Waiting for the day.
Excellent.
Yeah, and
Do
me,
it.
I've been sitting on all my elite charge TMs,
Yeah.
waiting for them to come out with more moves.
Yeah.
Like, the only
changed the
boy
move
who I
rules up.
want to do is my original Lugia.
Mhm.
My first shiny Lugia. I probably want to give him Arrow Blast.
Okay.
Because he was the first. He was the day one homie.
Oh, yeah.
But all the others I'm just sitting on because I'm like, I'm in no rush. PvP isn't worthwhile to me to give a Pokemon with a 0-15-15 moveset and use a charge TM on him. It's not. Because if they revamp that system,
Mm-hmm.
I'd feel fucking foolish.
You should.
So I'd much rather just give it to a Pokemon. And right now, again, trying to get the max out 6 Pokemon to 50.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
It's taking some energy, but then I was like, I did a lot of trades. And like with the Gen 6 release, I have a good amount of them. So like Chestnut's going to be one of them. Pyroar is going to be another.
Paror.
I have my Machamp.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really trying to bank as much as I can and then have the Machop Community Day.
Yep.
And then get him there. But that's why I want to get to level 46 to see where that's at so I can just keep working toward it.
Yeah, that's
I don't want to max it out until that mission comes up. Because my fear is if I work and I max them out, because I know some people
You'll max
really
it out
rush.
before it gets to that
Yeah,
point.
and then it won't count. And then I would lose my shit. I'd be like, I just
I think it'd be
worked
kinda
this
funny.
hard. Yeah, and so that's like a rational fear that I just don't want to indulge. So, but yeah,
So, I'm trying to think of any other like main events. Going back to it real quick, just for the year, just like a quick future. 2021.
it's just mainly the Kanto event, Go Fest. The Nova event will be up next. I'm sure they're gonna throw. I want them to do because what year is it gonna be? Year of the what?
Well, that's what I was about to look up.
Okay.
Actually.
Because I think in the pocket, you're like, I think it's Year of the Tiger. I was like, I don't know what the fuck. Or Year of the Ox.
You're the Ox.
Yeah, because, I remember that lore about the rat riding on the ox's head, and then it gets to the land, and then the rat jumps off, and then it's first.
Yeah.
He's like, thanks, son. Which would, by
Thanks
default...
for the ride, stupid.
Stupid. Which by default would then make the ox second.
Yeah.
So, what does Year of the Ox signify?
I don't know. Probably sexual prowess or something.
Year of the Ox. Well, it's funny because I think Year of the Rat was supposed to be kind of progress and silence. Was one of them.
Kind of got that. In some
Definitely
ways.
got that.
Um.
What does Year of the Ox mean? Second cycle Ox is more. Let me see. Pull up whatever it says.
This would be a great segment for a sponsor. You know what I'm saying? Who do you want to sponsor you? What's your dream sponsor?
I think it should be Trojan because I feel like whenever this vaccine comes through, people are going to be fucking a lot.
Okay.
And I want them to be wearing condoms because I don't think we need a boost.
Don't remove those inhibitors.
Don't remove those ones specifically.
Be safe out there.
Yeah, it's Earth Element.
Earth.
I'm trying to see what exactly it means.
Wow.
Because right now it's saying that oxen are capable of farming, societies, blah, blah,
I
blah.
didn't know that.
Which has a symbol of diligence, persistence, and honesty. In Chinese culture, ox is a faithful friend with great contribution to the development of society. People born in the year of the ox are more industrious, cautious, and hold their faith firmly, and are always glad to offer help, which is dope.
Okay.
And then it goes into the mythology, lucky numbers. But I'm trying to figure out what exactly the year would mean for them. So, if they're born this year, it means that they'll be busy and active and good with interpersonal relationships, which is good. But what does the year mean? What does it all mean?
What does it mean?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
You have a Google machine, sir.
I'm trying my Kanye best.
Okay. Well, what do you... So,
Okay.
there's not really an ox Pokemon, though.
What do you mean? The Buffalo would be the only thing close.
That's what I'm saying. It's not an ox, though. That's why I said there's not really
There's
an
not
ox
a legitimate ox Pokemon.
But Buffalo and then Tauros, right? Like, kind of throw in there. I just want more Sawsbucks. That's what I'm also looking forward to, the different seasons of
Seasons are going to be legit. Oh, yeah, those are the other things coming. The Pokemon Go Beyond.
Yeah, like the
those
seasons.
are the main thing.
Curious how that kind of works out. If they dive into it more, I feel like there should be like a seasonal special research every season. Like, go explore this part of your fucking city, you damn dirty apes.
You damn dirty apes.
The Metal Ox, let's go. Message: success will come to those who work hard, really hard. It's hard work, duty, discipline.
Okay. So basically, it's a year of getting work done.
Yeah. Oxen are reliable and strong work animals. They're responsible for the survival of humanity. Kind of like me.
Especially coming out of 2020.
Yeah?
We need that shit.
So resilience. That's what I'm saying, dude. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited. I think,
I was going to theme a lot of my stuff after, like, the elements. Oh, yeah. Just have them reoccurring. Very Avatar-esque.
Like last
like each book. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And just do that, especially with it being metal and other things. Just add them and have those be like my prime focus each month. That was going to be my little New Year's intentions. A different element for each month.
What do you mean? So like you're going to start with
metal because that's supposed to be this year.
Okay.
So start with metal and then just do like a rotation.
Okay.
Because the thing I've always noticed with people setting resolutions is that it's something that they don't really visit. They just like get really hung up on this one thing, whereas I think it's important to adjust as you go as long as your end goal stays the same.
Okay.
So the process of it, so like I've already been experimenting with some of my New Year's intentions now of just like giving people space, cooking for myself more, reducing spending in areas where I was a little bit more carefree about.
Okay.
And then also just organization and just getting my house in order has been my main focus. And so, and my roommate was very much of like, well, don't do too much on the first year because he's in the mindset that what you spend your first day on is how you'll spend the rest of your days for that year. So if you're stressed out and all that, you just kind of continue stress.
Yeah.
And I'll be spending the first of the year getting a storage unit and getting shit organized.
Oh.
And
I'll be spending the first day of the year
space,
sleeping.
Like the whole day?
Oh, yeah.
You're just going,
hell yeah.
Hey, nothing's wrong with good rest.
That's right.
But I'm very much of like, I want to get my shit in order so I have space and I'm comfortable, and that makes me happy. Having that and knowing exactly what I have so that I'm not spending. Because that's something I've noticed I just get frivolous about. And then same with Pokemon.
Okay.
I have a lot of Pokemon with specific movesets, but I also have a lot of Pokemon in my inbox that I don't fucking need. So sadly, I'm starting to piece out some of those baby Pokemon that I don't need, that's taking up bag space. Because if I have a baby Pokemon for every Pokemon, that's a lot of fucking Pokemon.
Oh, real quick. On releasing your inhibitors.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about this trickle down bag space or Pokemon space. Just give me like 10,000.
Give us all the space.
Give me the 9999. Give me the Final Fantasy numbers. Like, come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What are you waiting on?
There's no reason for it. Like, just give us, as they say, give the gays what they want. Just give the Pokemon trainers what they want, and we want.
I'm telling you,
we want the bag space. We want the item bag space.
Just you imagine.
There's no reason.
How much more people would play the game?
Yeah, if they didn't have to delete, I would have so many more shinies if I didn't have to delete them.
Well, that's your fault. Stop catching.
Oh, I don't mind. It's just when people are boasting about shinies, I'm just like, I wonder how much I would have had I not deleted a bunch of them.
Isn't there a shiny medal?
I don't think so.
There's not, and I know there's not because there's also no shiny charm. Okay. And I'm gonna loop back to that real quick. Give me a fucking shiny charm.
Alright.
I don't care if I have to be level 50. Just don't make me have to buy that shit. Don't make me have to, like, oh, here's a shiny charm for 50,000 coins or something.
Oh yeah.
But give me a shiny charm and make it a reward. I still think you should get another infinite incubator, at least one. I would like 2 so I can have just a row of them. But like,
Be dope.
But I'm just like, I just don't understand why you didn't get one at 40. You start with 1. I think you should have got one at 40.
Yeah.
But
I honestly think that's what should come with whatever this Legacy 40 thing is, medal that we get.
Yeah.
I still hope that they throw something at us like, oh, by the way, you got this medal, you also get this.
Cute.
Or maybe that Legacy 40 has more to do with future events. Like, if you're a Legacy 40 player, you also get this in addition to your quests or your hunts.
Yeah, like I said,
that's all I would want.
Reward the
give us
players
that perk.
that have been around for however long, or
that have kept you guys floating.
Or are still playing the game. Right. And that's just my number one thing, so.
Alright.
Anywho, well, you got anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You sure?
Stay safe, everyone.
Stay safe. Enjoy the new year.
Yeah, but you don't have to wait for the new year to start any new shit.
Well, this is coming out around the new year, right?
Well, again, don't feel pressured if you want to start a few weeks into the new year.
Yeah.
Do it. Do you. Like,
absolutely.
2020 has shown us that you don't have to, that plans can be shifted.
True.
And that you can adjust to things at very short notice.
True.
Even if you don't like it. And yeah. You've made it this far, so just keep going forward.
Yeah, I agree. Stay safe out there. You're all motherfucking beautiful creatures.
Gorgeous, simply gorgeous.
Thanks for listening in, and we'll catch you next year.
Oh God, bye.
Bye.